Hello, welcome back. Exploring, learning, understanding SAP S4HANA SAP EWM. Now, in last class in our last tutorial I can say we have explained the organization structure in our ERP system, and after that we'll be again integrating the SAP components in first from ERP end. Okay, so in that case again we will have to go to the SPRO configuration settings, IMG implementation guide. We will have to scroll down and we find the integration with other SAP component. Here we will have to integrate or do the integration for the EWM. We expand it, we find the extended warehouse management. Again we drop down it or expand it. First of all, we will go to the basic settings for EWM linkage. Again you drop down. Now here we will configure SAP EWM specific parameter. Execute it. Now we find that we have created the warehouse NGW. This is the warehouse in our ERP end. So we will have to define the extension or extended warehouse management as E. Okay, since it is an embedded version, so we will have to take the EWM and the sign is E, and we do not take the local WM. Okay, and for if we have a separate instance for ERP and EWM, then we will be selecting the X, that is the decentral WM. So we have taken the EWM E. Now distribution immediately. Okay, distribution immediately at document creation. Now what happened is, when we select this, our document which is created at ERP end, those documents should be distributed to the EWM side. So we select it as distribution immediately at document creation. Now there should be a linkage, so the linkage is Q. One minute. The linkage is Q, so queued and serialized asynchronous RFC, or you can say QRFC. And next is the delivery change. We will have to check this box. Now the what do you call advantage of this delivery change is, whatever we change in ERP end, it will be immediately reflecting at EWM system. Suppose we are creating an inbound delivery, whatever we change, it will be reflecting immediately in the EWM system. Okay, so this is the configuration, or this is the settings we do in linkage. Now we come back. So this was the configuration or for SAP WEM specific parameters. Next is the define queue for transfer to SAP EWM. Execute it. So here we define the receiver. Receiver is our EWM. Now we are in the ERP end, so our receiver is our EWM system. Okay, so we defined S4H EWM 850. This is for the inbound queue, and S4H EWM 800 for the outbound queue. So this is the nomenclature we defined. Okay, this is basically for the basis consultant, but we should have the knowledge on this area also. Once it is done, we will have to generate distribution model for SAP S4HANA to SAP EWM. Here we generate a distribution model. Okay, so execute it. Now why we generate this model is when we create the inbound delivery, outbound delivery, the system should know person who takes, or you can say postman is required between the ERP and the EWM. So in this distribution model, we will be having 5 BAPIs which will be carrying our transactions from ERP to the EWM, and again vice versa, EWM to the ERP. Okay, so our warehouse number is, as we know, it is NGW. Okay, and we will be taking the logical system of EWM, which is 850 S4HN EWM 850. Okay, and distribution model we will take as the EWM1. Okay, and we will be executing it. So we see that the protocol has been generated. Model view is EWM1, sender is the client. This client is our EWM ERP end sender. Okay, the method is, these are the 5 methods which was created and received at the receiver end at the EWM WM end, and the warehouse is NGW. The protocol is okay, so all are generated. So we will have to continue. Now once this is generated, you can check in BD64 as well. T code is BD64. You enter, and we have created in EWM1. So if we drop down it, our logical system is client 800, which is, this is the client we have in ERP end, and this is sending to the EWM client, that is S4HN EWM 850. Again we drop down. So these are the 5 BAPIs which has been created, and if we disclose this drop down, we will be finding our warehouse number, that is the NGW. So for each BAPI we should have the warehouse number, else there will be some problem. Okay, we check randomly. So this is the warehouse we get. Okay, so BD64 is to check out whether the distribution model has been generated and our warehouse has been recorded or not. Okay, so this is the display distribution model. Now we again come back. Once it is generated, our basic settings for EWM linkage is over. Okay, and now we will be going to the basic settings, setting up of the system landscape. Okay, here we will be again expanding it, and we will disclose the name of the logical system, or we will set the logical system. Here we find that our logical system is S4HANA client 800. Okay, so this is our logical system. Okay, this has been already defined. Again, this is a basis part. Come back. Now again assign logical system to a client. Okay, now these are the client, and we will check our client, that is 800. Okay, and go to the details. We check our client is 800, and this has been assigned to the logical system S4HCLNT 800. Okay, so this is again done by basis person. We come back, again come back. Now we specify the SAP APO release. We execute it. Here we define the APO release as 713, which is our APO release is being defined. Okay, so this is the latest one. Again, this is to be done by the basis consultant. Next is the setup RFC destination. We execute this. Now we check the connection. Our logon is happening with the EWM systems. Okay, since our EWM and ERP are in the same instance, so we will have to check it. Okay, so our yeah, this is our RFC connection. Let us check it. Double click on this. We have to test the connection or the connection. Click on connection test. It is okay. Come back and then check for the remote logon whether it is happening or not. Now it is fine. Our remote logon is happening to our EWM system. Okay, now again come back. So till here this is the just in our ERP end settings. Hope this will help you a lot, and you will get a good learning and understanding. In our next video I will go for the next integration with the EWM system. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you.